Yeah, it's hooked, all right. Hooked on phonics. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jeannide, and today I'm about to do a little story time. Before we get into this little juicy little story time of mine, this is pretty recent too, but obviously I'm not that bothered, so therefore I'm gonna do it now. Cause it's some shit. But before we get into it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, thumbs up this video, and don't forget to share it later when you're done watching it, like for real. So get y'all tea ready, get y'all popcorn, cause this thing about to be wild, okay? We got some receipts, I got some screenshots. This man got exposed about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, everything all started over the summer. Yeah, I got added to a couple group me's too of people who went to an HBCU or who lived down south. I'm from Jersey, but the people I was like interacting with, they lived in Georgia, Florida, Texas, Alabama. This dude was actually in both. He was in Petty State University and he was in Treehouse. So okay, this is something I don't do. I don't slide in DMs, but for some reason, you see, I got myself into this mess, guys. So you see, I'm not finna scroll. I tried scrolling all the way up. It's just too long. I guess we talked that much. That was wild. I think I said, hey handsome. It was like, hey gorgeous. Like, he could have been like, oh, I'm taken. He was married. He could have said all that. He didn't do that, okay? He just carried on with the conversation, kept flirting with me, and then we were just talking. That's when we started talking. I don't know, I think it was either late August or early September we started talking. When I asked if he was single, he said yes, he was single, and he's been like divorced for like 6 months or whatever. And I asked if he had kids. I remember asking when, like in the beginning of when we started talking, like, did he have kids? And then he was like, he had 2 kids. He told me that he had 2 kids or whatever. From his Abby, he kind of looked like, oh, he got out of church. I don't know. He looked like he was wearing his Sunday best. He was cute or whatever. Kind of cute. Kind of nerd. I don't know why I kind of like the nerdy types. Just a tiny bit. No, he wore glasses, just like I do. I'm not right now because I'm trying to be I didn't want to like get into a relationship anyway with anybody, and especially after GroupMe. Like, I wasn't into long distance, any of that. I just talked to him just for fun. I like entertaining dudes for some reason. It just, I don't know, I be bored. I like entertaining dudes, but I don't catch feelings. Like, you can flirt with me, I'll flirt with you a little bit, but I don't catch feelings that much with people. Like, sometimes I catch feelings with a dude, but most of the time I don't. With this dude, I did not, because it's like, he had kids. I'm not trying to be a stepmother, okay? And he lives far. Like, I don't want that. But anywho, we were talking, but let's talk about, we were talking for like almost every day. And we talked on the phone, we FaceTimed. What else? I think we could just move on to like the day he got exposed, because that's like a more interesting story. But we just flirted, we talked all the time. We really did flirt a lot. We really did. Send each other a Snapchat. I guess that's it. Like, we flirted, like, whatever. I didn't really want a relationship with him. He called me boo, bae, whatever. He called me all that stuff. Like, we just flirted a lot or whatever. He tried to get me to be a stepmama and whatever. Like, we even talked about him coming to Jersey, so whatever. But yeah, I think we're gonna just get into the exposed part, because that part's more interesting. So I'm like missing 1 or 2 screenshots from like the very beginning, but I can pretty much summarize it. It was like, there was this girl who came into the whatchamacallit, the group chat, was like pretty much under the nickname Reformed Bae or whatever. And because obviously she's a churchy girl, you know, you can even tell by the screenshot. She said pretty much to the effect of, okay, I'm coming to this GroupMe pretty much to expose somebody. That was like one of the first things she said when she entered the GroupMe. She wasn't just like, hello, whatever. She went to the point to pretty much get to what she was like about to do in that group chat or whatever. So she was talking, I remember her talking about, oh, dudes, I don't know if she said niggas or dudes or whatever. She pretty much said that people want to go and stand behind the pulpit preaching when they whole liars or whatever, something like that. And then I was like, I was like, oh shit, like, is she talking about who I think she's talking about? I was like, this nigga really a pastor for real or something? I thought that because he told me he occasionally preaches to the youth. That's what he told me, but apparently he's a whole pastor of a church. So, let me put on my glasses, guys. Anywho, I'm gonna read. Reform Bay goes on to say, I told this nigga I was crazy, and I'm like, he's a pastor from the whole... Oh yeah, I did say that. He's a pastor from the Holiness denomination, alright? Because I asked him, like during one of our previous conversations, like earlier conversations with this dude, I asked him what kind of denomination he was, because you know he's Christian and there are like so many denominations. He told me he was part of the Holiness denomination, okay? He was very holy because he's a hoe. But that's what I meant by that. Like, he's a pastor from the whole Holiness denomination, alright? And then Haku was all like, troll time, and then she dropped the first screenshot of his Facebook page. You see, I could have done my research and did that from the beginning, but obviously I was just talking to this dude just to entertain him and for me to be entertained too. Like, I wasn't really feeling that dude that much to like go onto his Facebook to really see if he really was single or not, because I wasn't that interested in him because he was like thousands of miles away. But she posted the first screenshot of his Facebook page. His cover photos of himself and his wife. And then Haku puts up the other screenshot of himself. It's pretty much himself of like a picture that he posted on Facebook of his wife, I guess after Sunday service. And then it's like whatchamacallit? There's like a text at the bottom that says thankful and blessed, you know. He's holding his little wifey. Goodness gracious. Then she's like adding him. Then she goes on to adding him at whatever his nickname is on the group chat. And is like, you there? And I'm like, that shit's small. And then she's like, yes, post. And then I was like, look nasty. And Haku's just laughing. He was talking to me, Haku, and like a whole bunch of other girls in the group chat. But it was one day, I was like, why you all talking to her? Why you all flirting with her all up in the group chat? Sending her little eye emojis, all this stuff. Nah, 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 nah. He was like, and then he was all like, oh, that's my friend from like way back in the day. Like, obviously I do. And then I gave him a side eye. I was like, after that, I was like, you know what? I know you a little. From then on, I had a feeling he was like, you know, this is what I found out. Like, he was talking to like pretty much the whole group me. Cause there's this girl. I don't know if this is actually her real name. Hopefully it's not. But anyways, I'm gonna use the unicorn. I'm gonna say unicorn because she has her nickname with a unicorn next to it. So unicorn's pretty much like, she replies to my "can I post a little dick pic?" She replies LMAO or the video of him in the shower. Child. And then Reform Bay goes on to say, yes, post it all. So I post a little dick pic. It's disgusting. I'm not gonna post it on. It's disgusting. Anywho. And so Haku's all like, of course he tried talking to me. And everyone's like, ill, ill, ill. Someone's like, why it's bent? And I said the same thing when he sent me that thing the first time he sent it to me. I was like, why is it bent? Why does it look like that? It looks deformed. It looks sick. You need to go see somebody. He was like, oh, it's just hooked. I looked it up and I'm like, someone's all like, I thought it was a big toe. That shit was funny as hell. People are still laughing at the video, at the penis pic because it looked disgusting. And then Unicorn puts the video of him in the shower. I was like, no, I got flashbacks. It's not even cute. What? This light-skinned nigga, and he does too much. He tried to be sexy, but it's not cute. It really isn't. It's disgusting with him jerking off. That's not even cute. Like, pretty much. Yo, this is hilarious. The hell I walked into. Walk back out, bro. This is the place Mufasa told Simba not to come to. The Outlands bet. That's funny as what. Like, I had him on Groupme, Instagram, and Snapchat. He didn't post any photos of his wife on Instagram, and on Snapchat you never saw any inkling of like a female in his family, like a wife or a girlfriend on his Snapchat either. I would just see himself and his kids and himself at work. That's it. Like, Someone was like, throw the whole church away. That's so funny. I'm sorry. That's hilarious. It's crazy. It's a horrible picture. It's disgusting, guys. It's literally like this, no lie, but it's darker and it's hooked. It's like bed. Oh god, it looks just like that. It's pretty much like that. It's disgusting. Then someone replied, yeah, it's hooked, all right. Hooked on phonics. I was done. But yeah, someone was like, Lil Dicky. Someone was like, I need holy water. Give that nigga some to the dude that's getting exposed. Oh, and then someone had the audacity to say that it was my fault that this happened because we've been flirting for weeks. And it's like... And also someone else said the same thing, but for some reason everybody got on my... Not everybody, but like 2 dudes got on my back about saying like, oh, I was supposed to expose him. When I wasn't the only one who was like bringing out receipts. There was someone else who put out a whole video into the group me talking about, oh, you know, he was sharing this to everybody or whatever. And there was this other girl saying, oh yeah, we've been flirting for weeks too, like, and no one got on her back, they got on my back. Like, I don't understand. Like, there were people saying the same things that I was saying. I could have been a detective, but at the same time, I didn't really, if I really cared for, you know, having a relationship with him, I could have been a detective, but I didn't care, so I didn't become a detective. Because I do Google people. Like, if I really like a dude, I'll Google him. I'll like Google his LinkedIn. I didn't even Google his LinkedIn. Like, I obviously don't really care about having a future with him. So, but anywho, that's my story. But yeah, it's actually a really sad story. Like, this is some shit. Like, why are these pastors doing this? These young little pastors. He's apparently 27, but apparently he been married for like maybe 7 or 8 years now. He got married really young, but he out here being a hoe, okay? A group me hoe, a cyber hoe. That's what he doing. I don't know if Foreign Bay or anybody went to his wife's Facebook and messaged her and told her about the situation, let her know that, yo, man's a hoe and he's cheating on you and all that stuff. I don't know if any of that happened. I actually do hope so, because she needs to leave him, because that's horrible. And apparently Reform Bay, did I say that Reform Bay was part of his church too? Did I say that? That was important. Yeah, Reform Bay was part of his congregation, so she would know. It was kind of implied, but I don't know if I said that. But you know, shit like this happens a lot. It's sad. But yeah, that's how my life turned into a green leaf for like a little while. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Thanks for watching. I keep pushing forwards, but it keeps pulling